All right. Hey, shalom. Shalom to the elected Israel, whoever you might be out there. I want to start off as always by giving all praise, all honor, all glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Racha Kwadash. A double honor to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone who teach and who rule well, who taught us this truth through the power and spirit of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. And Lord willing, this lesson is edifying to the elect out there, whoever you might be. And shalom to the 144,000. It's the brother Amawan Padah from the GMS Denver camp, doing a follow-up to the previous lesson because the camera cut off. All right, we were in the book of Wisdom of Solomon, the 5th chapter, which is in the Apocrypha. And it's pretty much going into how the ungodly of our people, you Israelites that don't believe the truth, that mock and scoff at the prophets, how you're going to be ashamed in these last days when you see the elect being taken up into the chariots and being saved from the coming destruction. All right. We're talking about how this world that we currently live in is fastly fading away. The way things are being ran in society, the things that people take pride in, it's all bullshit. It's all smoke and mirrors, and it's not going to matter here very shortly. And we said the only thing that's going to matter is your relationship, your personal relationship with Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, that you should have been developing in this grace period, in a time where the truth is freely being spoken out here, man. By the men you see making these videos, by the men that you see out there on the highways and hedges, preaching and prophesying, breaking down the scriptures to you for your salvation, man. This is the period that you're supposed to be obtaining this knowledge, wisdom, and understanding so that you can be saved. But only the elect are going to, obtain it. All right. But anyway, let's continue on. Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 5. We left off at, I think, verse 12. So we'll start at verse 13. It says, we'll just start at verse 13. Even so, we, in like manner, as soon as we were born, began to draw to our end and had no sign of virtue to show, but were consumed in our own wickedness. And we were all, in the world at one point, man. But the Lord drew us out of the world and brought us into this marvelous light. Okay? But it says right here, verse 14, for the hope of the ungodly is like dust that is blown away with the wind, like a thin froth that is driven away with the storm, like as a smoke, which is dispersed here and there with a tempest and passeth away as the remembrance of a guest that tarrieth but a day. So that's a, pretty vivid imagery of how the things that are now upheld in society are going to fade away. All right. It mentions smoke. Like, for example, I got this Palo Santo wood right here. All right. Palo Santo, very fragrant. All right. Do a quick demonstration. You light it. Okay. And it produces a very fragrant smoke, right? This is natural, by the way. Okay. You see that? The smoke, you can see it right here, right now. But eventually, what happens to the smoke? It dissipates. And you can't see it anymore. Okay? The same thing with this society. All right? You see the smoke now? Where is it at? It dissipates into the air, man. And there's really no remembrance of it. You know what I mean? So that's how this society is. You see it right now in front of you, but it's soon to fade away. Okay? So that's the imagery that the Lord was using right here in Wisdom of Solomon, the 5th chapter. Matter of fact, there's a precept that I want to get, so bear with me 1 second. Okay, so I have it right here. The precept is Job chapter 8 and verse 9. It says this, for we are but of yesterday and know nothing, because our days upon earth are a shadow. All right, that's how it is, man. The things that you see right here are temporary, man. And the scriptures also refer to this place as the shadow of Egypt. All right, matter of fact, let's get that precept. Because a shadow does what? It fades away. It's here one moment, and then it fades away. That's all this place is. Okay? The kingdom of heaven is going to be eternal. And that's what we long to see. That's what we're laboring to enter into. We're willing to be looked at as fools on this side, all right, to be exalted in the kingdom of heaven forever. All right, now let's get that out. I think it's Isaiah 30, where it mentions the shadow of Egypt, because America is also known as spiritual Egypt and also spiritual Sodom. And you know why. All right, you know why it's called spiritual Sodom. We ain't got to really elaborate on that, man. All right, bunch of that type of shit is going on here, and it's extremely vexing. And that's why it's going to be destroyed, man. A place that upholds, I'm gonna go ahead and say it, the place that upholds homosexuality, because that's what was going on in Sodom. All right, sexual immorality that's upheld here in America, Babylon the Great. And what happened to ancient Sodom and those neighboring cities? They got destroyed, man, by way of fire. The same thing's gonna happen to America, Babylon the Great. All right, you got transformer teachers in elementary schools, man, teaching little kids absurdity and abomination just running rampant, man. Can't wait till this shit gets destroyed, man. But anyway, let's get Isaiah 30, Salakia. What does it say, man? The souls of the just complain continually. You should be complaining about this shit, man. Ain't nothing right here in this world. So, Salakia. Let me see. Here is Isaiah, the 30th chapter. Yep. And I'll read it from verse 1. Isaiah 30 and verse 1. It says, woe or destruction. All right. Woe to the rebellious children, saith the Lord Yahweh, Bashem Yahushai, that take counsel, but not of me, and that cover with a covering, but not of my spirit, that they may add sin to sin. That's our people out here, man, that reject this word. All right. They have a covering of Esau. You know what I'm saying? Their covering is this system. They feel like they're going to continue on here, man, because they don't want to come under the banner of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. They don't want to be reproved. All right. It says that walk down to go into Egypt and have not asked at my mouth, to strengthen themselves in the strength of Pharaoh and to trust in the shadow of Egypt. Ancient Egypt faded away. Okay. Guess what? Modern Egypt, aka America, is going to fade away. And it goes on to say in verse 3, therefore shall the strength of Pharaoh be your shame, and the trust in the shadow of Egypt your confusion. All right, this place is circling the drain, man. We're giving you a way out. The only way out. Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. But our people reject it. They reject knowledge, man. It tells you that in Hosea 4 and 6. All right, and they're going to be destroyed for their lack of knowledge. So we can't feel no type of way about it, man. The blood is off our hands. We told you what it is. You decided to walk into pathways of death. That's what's coming for you. Plain as day, man. So, continuing on in Wisdom of Solomon, the 5th chapter. Let's see. Verse 15. It says, but the righteous live forevermore. Their reward also is with the Lord, Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, and the care of them is with the Most High. The Lord gonna take care of us in times of peril, man. All right, even before we get beamed up into the chariots, Lord willing, we be in that number. We're gonna be getting delivered from different calamities. We're gonna be eating in times of famine, as it tells you in Isaiah 65 and verse 13. Gotta get it real quick. Hold up, I mentioned it. We already in the book of Isaiah, so let's get it real quick. Got my other Bible right here, King James Version. So let's get Isaiah, the 65th chapter, where it talks about how the Lord going to provide for his servants in times of famine. All right? Famine being a lack of bread, lack of food and resources and water and whatnot. That's coming to America. We telling you right now. And see, our people think that we're crazy. They believe that Walmart is going to continue on forever, goddammit. In their minds. We telling you that, hey, the supply chain is going to get cut. All right? The scriptures tell you this. This is prophecy. It's going to happen. But the servants of the Lord, those that are the elect, them and their families are going to be taken care of. They're going to be sustained where everybody else is starving out here, dying of malnutrition for their rebellion. Now let's get it. Isaiah 65, verse 13. Now it says, therefore, thus saith the Lord power, behold, my servant shall eat, but ye shall be hungry. Behold, my servant shall drink, but ye shall be thirsty. Behold, my servant shall rejoice, but ye shall be ashamed. Behold, my servant shall sing for joy of heart, but ye shall cry for sorrow of heart, and shall howl for vexation of spirit. And ye shall leave your name for a curse unto my chosen. For the Lord power shall slay thee and call his servants by another name. All right. So the point is that the elect, the chosen, are going to be taken care of, man. While you who reject the truth, you thought we were crazy, you thought we were bugged out, you didn't want to listen, because you really don't hate us, you hate the Lord, man. Because that's the spirit that we're coming in. We're coming in the spirit of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. Okay? And the Lord even said it himself. All right? They hated me before they hated you. All right? They hate the Lord. We had the spirit of the Lord on us, man. And the spirit of the Lord comes with rebuke and reproof. All right? So our people can't handle that, man, because they too gone in their own pride. They don't want to be corrected. They think they got it all figured out. All right, we'll see. We'll see. All right. So back in Wisdom of Solomon, the 5th chapter, verse 16, it says, therefore shall they receive a glorious kingdom, a beautiful crown from the Lord's hand. For with his right hand shall he cover them, and with his arm shall he protect them. And the right hand of the Heavenly Father is who? Yahweh Shai. All right. And it tells you that he going to give his elect crowns. The 144,000 are going to be crowned. Those are men, by the way. All right. The governing body of the nation of Israel. Okay. They're going to be crowned by Yahweh Shai himself. It tells you that in the scriptures. Matter of fact, let's get that real quick to prove that point. This is what we're laboring for, man. You call us fools right now, but watch. Lord willing, we be those men that get crowned by the Lord himself. Okay, so here I have it right here, that precept in which the Lord Yahweh Shai was seen crowning the elect. All right, 144,000. All right, being the top of the elect. Now, this is 2nd Esdras in the Apocrypha, chapter 2, and verse 42. It says, I, Esdras, saw upon the Mount Zion a great people, whom I could not number, and they all praised the Lord with songs. And in the midst of them, there was a young man of a high stature, taller than all the rest. And upon every one of their heads he set crowns, and was more exalted, which I marveled at greatly. So I asked the angel and said, Sir, what are these? He answered and said unto me, These be they that have put off the mortal clothing and put on the immortal, and have confessed the name of the Most High, and are now, it says, now are they crowned and receive palms, meaning in victory. Then said I unto the angel, What young person is it that crowneth them, and giveth them palms in their hands? So he answered and said unto me, It is the Son of the Most High, whom they have confessed in the world. Then began I greatly to commend them that stood so stiffly for the name of the Lord, Yahweh, Bashem Yahushai. So it's right there in the prophecy, okay, in the vision. Ezra, or Esdras, saw the elect being crowned, starting with the 144,000, all right? That's what we're laboring to enter into. We want to be crowned by the Lord Yahweh Shai, all right? That's who was giving those crowns, man. The Lord tells you in Revelation that, those who remain faithful unto death, to him will he give a crown of life, man, of eternal life, all right? So let's go back to Wisdom of Solomon. We're going to finish off the 5th chapter, all right? So bear with me 1 second while I get that. All right, hold on. All right, so we'll read verse 16 again. Wisdom of Solomon 5 and verse 16. All right, and it says, therefore shall they receive a glorious kingdom and a beautiful crown, you see, from the Lord Yahushai's hand. For with his right hand shall he cover them, and with his arm shall he protect them. He shall take to him his jealousy for complete armor, and make the creature his weapon for the revenge of his enemies. And that's going into how the elect are also going to receive spiritual power. All right? Because all you naysayers and non-believers of our people, you 2/3, and you rebellious Israelites that didn't believe in the gospel, you thought we were crazy, we were bugged out. Wait till the Lord gives us that spiritual power when the Esau comes in like a flood. All right? It tells you that in Isaiah 59 and verse 19. Because Esau, the so-called white man, is going to come down on you Israelites, whether you believe or not. But guess what? The elect are going to have that protection, that divine protection. And part of that is being made into a sharp threshing instrument. The Lord going to raise his men up with spiritual power to defend against the enemy. All right? I'm talking about men being able to fly, being able to disappear, being able to manipulate the elements. That's all documented in the scriptures. But when we bring these things out, they look at us like we're crazy. The story of Samson, for an example, in the book of Judges, how he had super strength from the Lord, man. We bring that account out and say that that's possible, in our time. They look at us like we're crazy. But they claim to believe in the Bible, though. Yahushua has spiritual power. All right? Elijah called down fire from heaven. There are many different miraculous works that took place in the scriptures, but when we bring it out, they look at us like, oh, okay, spiritual power, huh? You're going to be able to fly? Oh, okay, all right, we hear you. They said they had that cynical, sarcastic tone about it because they don't believe. But guess what? They're not going to be defended because the men that truly believe, they're going to be the ones that receive that spiritual power, man. Lord willing, I'll be one of those men, all right? This is a part of our history, man. That's the power of the Lord Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. All right? We're not fucking playing around, man. This is a real thing. Things that science can't explain, that the white man science can't explain, are going to be happening on the earth. To the chosen. Starting with the men. But anyway, let's continue on. All right? It's just he going to make the creature into a weapon. And there's many precepts on that, man. What Jeremiah 50 goes into that, if I'm not mistaken, or 51. Let's get it. Hold on a second. Hold on. I gotta get it. I don't want to butcher that. So bear with me. Let's see, Jeremiah. Let's see if I was correct. Hold up. Bear with me. Because this Bible, it talks about men receiving power from on high, man, via the Holy Spirit. It's not a game. It's not a joke, man. This ain't no low-level book right here, man. All right? Your pork chop eating ass pastor don't know what the hell he talking about. He don't know what's really in here. All right? But we do. Through the power and spirit of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. Okay, so let's see here. Where's it at? It might be 50. Oh, no, it's 51. I was right. Here it is right here. Salaki. So Jeremiah chapter 50, 51 and verse 20. And it says, thou, all right, you Israelites that are the elect, thou art my battle axe and weapons of war. For with thee will I break in pieces the nations, and with thee will I destroy kingdoms. All right? And with thee will I break in pieces the horse and his rider, and with thee will I break in pieces the chariot and his rider. All right, it goes on, man. That's talking about the Lord making us his battle axes and weapons of war. This is why Esau's afraid, man. He's afraid of us waking up to this truth because he knows that once we're connected back to our power, All right. The spiritual power is coming. Okay. That he has no weapons to defend against. Esau can't defend against the spiritual power of the Lord, Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. When that time comes, the Lord gonna give us that power, and we're gonna be getting busy on you goddamn devils, man. And our people are gonna believe. What does it say? They shall be willing in the day of thy power. They're gonna believe when they see us doing all this stuff, man. They're gonna believe that this is the truth when they see us doing miraculous works, glorifying Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. They're gonna believe in that day. All right. So continuing on in Wisdom of Solomon chapter 5, Salakia, verse 18, it says, he shall put on righteousness as a breastplate and true judgment instead of a helmet. He shall take holiness for an invincible shield. His severe wrath shall he sharpen for a sword, and the world shall fight with him against the unwise. Then shall the right aiming thunderbolts go abroad, and from the clouds, as from a well-drawn bow, shall they fly to the mark. All right, the Lord's gonna be getting busy out here, man. The Lord has his way in the whirlwind. All right, he has his way in the storm, the tempest. Okay, and the chariots, ultimately, they're going to be zapping people to powder, man. All right, the concentrated fire coming from those so-called UFOs are going to be made manifest. That's all the wrath of the Lord, man. All right, and it says, verse 22, get ready to wrap it up. It says, and hailstones full of wrath shall be cast out of a stone bowl, and the water of the sea shall rage against them, and the flood shall cruelly drown them. And those hailstones, all right, a lot of times it refers to the nuclear missiles that are going to be dropping from the skies, man, like hailstones. Okay? The nuclear missiles are going to cause tidal waves, all right, crazy tsunamis to take over parts of the earth. This is why we can't be here. This is why we got to be taken up. All right? When that when the command is given for the Lord to allow these countries to launch their nuclear missiles, man. Destroying this place, America, Babylon the Great, all right, completely. When that happens, man, it says the earth is going to reel to and fro like a drunkard. All kind of crazy calamities going to be happening on the earth, man, all right? It also refers to it as the great earthquake. It's due to those thermonuclear missiles dropping, and we're trying to give you the gospel to save you from that. But our people reject it, so they're going to get caught up in this right here. All right, now it says, yeah, and a mighty wind shall stand up against them, and like a storm shall blow them away. Thus iniquity shall lay waste the whole earth, and ill dealing shall overthrow the thrones of the mighty. Because wickedness does not pay off, man. All right, we're trying to tell you to turn away from wickedness because the result is death, man. Okay, now we're not perfect, but we believe that the Lord is going to cover us under his blood, man, underneath his sacrifice. The Lord Yahweh Shai, who they call Jesus, sacrificed himself for the entire nation of Israel, but for the elect on this side of things, man. Because if you're not covered under the blood of Yahweh Shai on this go around in this, era, you're going to die horribly. Okay, the ultimate death, the second death being those thermonuclear missiles, the lake of fire. All right, the lake of fire is America. Okay, it's not a place in hell where you burn forever, man. Like the Christian church likes to tell you, there is no hell where you burn forever. The hell is going to be on earth. All right, so just a quick lesson, you know what I'm saying? Hopefully it wasn't too long. Finishing off Wisdom of Solomon, the 5th chapter, man. Let them think that we're crazy. Let them call us